It's the SeaWorld Splash Podcast, bringing you the latest news, rumors, and history from the SeaWorld parks in Orlando, San Antonio, and San Diego. And now, here are your hosts, Joseph and Sheldon. Hello, and welcome to the SeaWorld Splash Podcast, episode...
Lord knows.
Let's just call this the
summer episode.
Summer episode. Yes. I'm your host, Joseph, along with Sheldon.
What's up, y'all? By the way, we're in the same place for once.
I know. Isn't that weird?
Well, I wouldn't say weird, but more coincidental.
I know.
Just kidding. It was planned.
Anyways, today we will be talking about Orca Encounter. The Orca Encounter presentation, I should say. Ocean Explorer at SeaWorld San Diego. Electric Ocean at SeaWorld in general. Kasaka Update, Kubo's Calf. My Florida vacation, which I'm on at the moment as we are recording this episode.
And a special surprise about that.
And so much more. So, let's put on those ponchos and get ready to be drenched.
Which we were, by the way, in Florida.
Yes.
For all you out here in Florida.
So, first up, Orca Encounter. My thoughts on Orca Encounter. Amazing presentation. If you have not checked out the video I was in for that, go check it out, because I do give my honest opinion, because that is an amazing presentation, and I definitely think it'll be an amazing presentation for years to come. And I love how they added the backdrop, and it looks like a bigger whale tail. What's your thoughts on Orca Encounter?
Well, of course I haven't seen it yet, but it looks pretty cool. The music's really nice. I really like that blue whale they use in the comparison. I really like the life size and like the colors. Kind of wish they had like a nighttime version of it, but I know it's still in its first stages. But I think it has some pretty good room to grow. Otherwise, a pretty cool show. I like seeing all the whales participate in there, and they have a pretty good time with it.
I know, it's really cool to see the life-size comparison of the blue whale.
Very much so. I know Orlando and Ocean Discoveries, they have their screens split all the way across from one end to the other end of the
Yeah,
pool,
that
but
really doesn't give, like, an accurate
no, this one actually does
yeah.
give you a legit size. I mean, I know a lot of people have never seen a blue whale in person, but you're the biggest animal on Earth. It's hard to fit in a screen, but somehow SeaWorld managed to do it.
Oh yeah, they definitely did. Now on to Ocean Explorer in San Diego. My thoughts on that? If you're going to take your kids on Submarine Quest, just be ready to spend an hour in line.
It isn't any new ride, as you all might know. Antarctica.
Yes. Let's just say that ride is enjoyable for children, just not for adults. So, if you have any young kids, take them on that.
I recommend Turtle Trek. Not just me.
I know, Turtle Trek is amazing. Get emotional on it.
We'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah. Now on to Electric Ocean events, such as Sea Lions Tonight. What did you think about that, by the way?
That was extremely funny in Orlando. Of course, the mime was
I know.
there. He was hilarious. And
I love the mime.
I like how he took this lady's phone and kind of dropped it into the water.
I know, I thought it was a
freaked
real
out.
phone.
And then he's like, tricked you.
I thought it was a real phone. I'm like, is that phone okay?
And of course, their Kraken Unleashed skit.
I know.
That was funny. They had legit, well, not, they had modified virtual simulator glasses, you could say.
That was funny.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah.
But it was pretty funny how they really liked it. I think they really get into that show a little too much, but they love it.
And by the way, some of these things, or some of the videos from this, will be uploaded later, and so will the photos.
Plenty of photos and definitely funny videos.
Yes, and photos from, and photos with me and our co-host Sheldon over here.
Yeah, so you can currently see me and him together. It's been, what, Ages.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have those coming soon.
And let's not forget Live the Night. We did.
I know,
see
that
as
was
well.
awesome.
For those, yes, I know it's not up there in San Diego. I'm terribly sorry, but in Orlando, it's still here, and it was pretty awesome. My girl Katina got some serious air.
I know,
in an
she
open
did get
jump,
really good air.
as usual, and triple front flip, and all 6 whales did a really good job. Of course, we did see some pilot whales, but they're not going to be in the show right now. We'll talk about that later
Yeah.
more on Joseph's trip. But a cool show still. The fireworks weren't actually in that show.
I know.
They're now just in the Electric Ocean Bayside
Yeah.
Theater.
The Bayside Theater.
But still, I like it. We have, oh, by the way, there is a female DJ. Two
Yes,
female DJs.
Two female DJs in Light Up the Night. Well,
Apparently, the male DJ trainers did, DJs.
the male DJs didn't want to come back.
Yeah, so we have some females right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they did actually pretty good, though. They actually were still very energized and, shoot, pretty cool, actually. I like a little mix of every now and then.
I know.
And yes, she did the rap pretty well. In Glow in the Night part.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And I'm sure everyone's interested to hear about Kasaka in San Diego.
Right.
Kasaka is doing well, and from my experience, she has been in shows, which shows me a really good sign that she's willing to participate in her healthcare and all that, because she has the responsibility still of matriarch. So she's been showing really positive signs of pulling through this. What would you say? From
Well, despite all that fake media stuff I keep seeing on the internet and rumors, she looks like she's doing pretty well. I haven't seen her in person, but, you know, just like with Tilly, she's going to have probably good days or bad days, but for now, she seems to be doing fairly well. You know, I wouldn't say she's perfect, but, you know, she's still hanging on. She's a fighter. You know, and just like Tilly, she was going to take care of her as long as they can. I mean, shoot, she's in the best hands possible.
exactly.
Can't argue that.
Oh yeah, and when I get back at some point, I'll check on her
That'd be good.
for all of you guys who are anxious to know about Kasaka. And Caboodle's cap.
Well,
We did not get to see that.
no, because the
Cutie.
calf is less than a month old.
Yes.
But I did talk to a few trainers at Shamu Stadium, I believe.
Or was it? No. It
Or
was,
the. Oh, I'm sorry. What was it? One of the. It was Shamu Stadium, remember? Because the lady we were talking to down there. We had to actually talk to remember the educator down there? We talked to her.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, so we're going to head over to Wild Arctic. She said to see
I
Caboodle's
thought it was
calf.
like
No, it was that lady. Remember the first one we met?
that was that
Shamu Stadium, UB.
uh-uh.
Oh, yes, it was.
Okay, it was. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, it was.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Score 1 for the co-host. But yes, Caboodle's calf will not be on exhibit for a while. She and the calf and the mother are going to be backstage for the main time, but you can still see Garfield if you go out there. Of course, we saw him. And yes, he's still as big as ever.
Yes, he is very big.
So, but yeah. No Cadoodle on the calf, but definitely plenty of Garfield.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see a big male walrus in a while. I haven't seen big male walrus.
And maybe I've not seen Cadoodle. Garfield. He's about as big as they get next
And
to
I
Dozer.
haven't seen a full-grown female walrus in a while, so it was cool to see.
Well, you saw
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke and Cadoodle.
Or you mean Garfield?
I mean Slowpoke and Garfield. You know what I mean. It's like, y'all know what I mean.
Yeah, so that's what's been happening. And on to my Florida trip.
Ooh, story time.
So this Florida trip has been a lot of fun. And as my co-host can help me explain, we have been going to the zoo, SeaWorld,
What zoo? Pacifics, boys. Pacifics.
Tampa Lowry Park Zoo, and SeaWorld.
Mm-hmm. Orlando. And what's tomorrow's event on Monday?
Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay.
Right. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Tuesday we'll be seeing
Winter.
Yes, winter. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
The weather pans out. We're going to check that out as well. So, tell them about your Lowry Park Zoo trip. I mean, how that went.
Oh yeah, on my trip to Lowry Park Zoo, I got to feed a giraffe, which was pretty cool.
Randall.
Yes, that was pretty cool and fun. And if you guys have not seen the pictures, wait, I haven't uploaded those to Zero Splash.
His own Facebook.
Yeah, I've uploaded them to my own Facebook, but I will upload them to Zero Splash.
Eventually.
So, if you look at that later, you'll see my reaction and my co-host reaction.
Let's just say 18-inch Tums coming out at you. Don't do well for the host of the podcast. Turns out he didn't like it. I mean, he liked it, but it threw him off guard.
Yeah, it threw me off guard.
Hey, it happened, you know? When something's 18 feet tall looking you in the eye, it can be a little intimidating.
Yeah.
And Randall is pretty tall. I can vouch for that. I've seen him quite a lot of times.
Yeah. And who have we run into
Oh, yes.
at
SeaWorld
Tampa
fans.
Lowry Park Zoo?
Well, my SeaWorld fans, we
think.
But it's a pretty strong hunch. But as some of you guys know, a certain bird of the aviary type that has been missing might have been found again. One that we've seen in shows.
Blue Horizons.
And who you thought was gone, but we think we found him. And what's his name again? Starts with a... What's that name again, dear boy?
Edgar?
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we might have found Edgar.
Edgar.
Excuse me, Edgar. At Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo in the safari section.
I know, that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. There's a young male, marabou stork named Edgar, who's mated with one of the females. And he came apparently to the zoo 3 months ago from
Busch Gardens.
From Busch Gardens.
Which we're going to tomorrow.
Yeah. So we don't actually know this is the same Edgar, but they say that this stork is very friendly with people, comes right up, not unlike the other marabous who are kind of shy. They say that this Edgar is friendly, comes right up to her feeding. So
yeah.
We're assuming this is the same Edgar, because...
Especially since he's flown over people and flown over short fin Atlantic pilot whales.
And dolphins,
yeah.
too. And it would make sense 3 months ago, that he transferred over there, and he's people-friendly. And it looked like him from the size. Unfortunately, we didn't get a picture of it, because it didn't hit us until we were actually getting out the safari.
Yeah.
I'll go back and look again, but we talked to some of the keepers there at the zoo, and they said they don't actually know this is the same one. They just all you know is he came from Busch Gardens. So
we'll
we don't know this is
ask.
the same one. We'll talk to them tomorrow. If it's the same one, then hey, we know where Edgar is.
I know, and you guys can visit him if it's the same one.
Hopefully. If not, well,
so we'll definitely check it out for you guys.
Definitely. Now on to the bigger news at SeaWorld Orlando. Tell me that experience, Joseph, your first time being in SeaWorld Orlando and seeing our Orcapod.
Very different from San Diego's Orcapod. That was pretty fun to see. And their dynamics are definitely different from San Diego's.
As with every pod. And you had definitely a special moment with Katina, the matriarch, right?
Yeah.
From you first got there, believe it or not.
Yeah, when we got there, she was like right in front of the slide out. And then she came right over to the glass where I was standing and kind of made eye contact with me, which was pretty cool.
There's a picture of that, by the way, on
SeaWorld Splash.
Alright, here's that one.
And I did get pictures of the other pod and
the whole pod.
Yeah.
And did you get any pilot whale pictures?
Yeah, I did get some pilot whale pictures.
Yeah, we did find the pilot whales. They were not in UV of the show pool because of, well,
they're in timeout. We're not gonna go into too much detail about that, but
let's just say they're in a bit of a timeout. They were
Yeah.
misbehaving, and let's just say, well,
they've
it's been
needed.
fixed, but
Yeah, they just needed to be in timeout.
the good news is we did see them. They're all doing well. They did a little training session. They actually were mostly in the shade pool where Tillicum used to be all the time. They are definitely grown a lot since I've last seen them. Not quite the size of Argo or Shadow, but definitely still growing giant bundles of joy.
Yeah.
The pod seemed relatively okay with them at the moment. We did notice Katina did kind of bang at the gates.
Yeah,
bang at the gates
kind of
one
gave
time.
them the "I'm the boss"
As we all know.
scenario.
But that's just Katina. That's just how she is. And also we did see Trua. He's growing quite a lot.
He is growing big.
He's sprouting, and apparently he's still second place in size after Caleb. But personally, after we saw him, we still think he's the biggest.
Yes.
He's still very big and still growing and looking like his daddy and grandpa. Makaio, tell him about Makaio.
Oh my gosh, Makaio on his ADHD. He's like, if you guys remember Taku was more of Mama's boy versus Makaio. Let's just say Taku was worse of being a mama's boy. So, yeah. There's a little comparison for you on Makaio and Taku.
Though Taku was a little bit more focused than Makaio.
Yeah.
Makaio's ADHD was predominantly during the show. He seemed to find something shiny quite a lot and gone. So
Yeah.
he tried, but everyone else, saw triple front flips. Katina was very high bowing.
How about yesterday when they split Katina, Kayla, and Trua, and then they
That was probably just for a
Yeah.
segment of the show. Like I said, they don't probably do that very often.
yeah.
But
That was pretty cool though to see
Yes,
them three together
to do
for side by side.
I think it was something new they were doing for the day. I thought it was still pretty cool. I mean, it's good. You can see all the three big ones up all together at the same time, but I think it's just something different for the show. But it was still pretty cool, though.
Yeah, definitely cool.
And who got you wet?
Katina, surprisingly. I was expecting Trua or Kayla.
Yep. Katina let you have that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. And your thoughts on Turtle Trek and Dolphin Days?
Oh my gosh,
everything
Turtle
else?
Trek. That is an emotional experience. If you ever get a chance to see Turtle Trek, which I have taken everyone's advice to see Turtle Trek, it got very emotional. So yeah, Turtle Trek is definitely an emotional, very emotional experience to see. Yeah, so Turtle Trek is definitely emotional. So if you ever get a chance to see Turtle Trek, check it out.
And the young manatees there were very playful.
Yes.
As we noticed. The big girls weren't really, they were just mainly eating. The youngsters there were definitely having a good time. And that is your first time seeing a manatee at Tampa Library Zoo and SeaWorld in, 7 years?
Something like that.
Longer?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen manatees in person. So that was pretty cool to see manatees again.
As my bro discovered, they're bigger in person than you think.
Yeah.
They are big. A little bit slow, but big.
Let's see, how about Dolphin Days? What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, the behaviors were good and everything, but, the music was, I guess your bro was more looking, I guess your bro kind of likes how San Diego does their music. It's more Hawaiian.
I know.
More lively.
I know, you can get more into San Diego's version of Dolphin Days.
Yes, I mean, I do like the ending.
Yeah.
I like the same ending, but, yeah, it's not quite as, lively as San Diego. Nothing wrong with that. The dolphin behaviors were still good, and then I like how they do a little meet with the dolphin. Of course, they use Diego again. But, maybe a little bit more upbeat music, some of the other ones.
Yeah. SeaWorld Orlando, if you're listening to this,
Well,
take our advice and kind of go with San Diego's music.
I know every park's different, but that's just our opinion.
Yeah. So
Still
yeah,
a pretty good show.
Orlando,
but
if you do listen out, just try to go with our advice. Kind of change up the music a bit.
Yeah, the behavior segments are great. Just music, different choice would be. I mean, I know you're still trying to. It felt kind of still Key West Dolphin Fest a little bit, but
Yeah.
a little more Hawaiian, like San Diego did would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see something like that.
And on to.
BC's highlights.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about in your experience at SeaWorld? Anything else we missed?
Nothing else I can think of.
Just making sure.
Just-
CJ.
Oh yeah,
Forgot all about
CJ.
CJ.
Whoops, almost forgot about CJ.
Forgot about CJ.
Yeah, we did find CJ.
And he is bigger than I thought, and the best way to identify him, besides his striped face, is his upturned flukes.
Yes, like Shukas.
Yep.
And like Argos.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't that interactive. We tried a little bit.
Yeah, we did try. But ooh,
We did have a dolphin interaction.
Dolphin Nursery.
Yep, dolphin there. So we went by
That's
there.
big. I like how
bigger.
Yeah, I like how they redid it. That's really cool.
And individual windows too. So
Yeah.
And they're very interactive.
Yes.
We got Yar and some of the other younger dolphins come over.
Yes. We
And,
will show those pictures later.
Yeah.
And we did get an interaction with the dolphin.
A dolphin interaction, yes,
Yeah.
we did with Rascal
Rascal and Dexter.
And Dexter.
They were pretty fun.
They were definitely fun. There's pictures of that, of us getting totally soaked. I don't mind. Felt really good, actually.
Yeah, in the photos you see me like this.
Yes, he's freaking out. I'm sitting there closing my eyes, and tomorrow...
Hey, I kept my eyes open. I was like taking it.
Yeah, I don't open my eyes on salt water.
Yeah. I got I got salt water in my eyes, which for those of you that don't know, that hurts.
Well, I think they figured it out.
Yeah. But
And, yeah. Otherwise, a very fun trip, and hopefully some more fun at Busch Gardens.
Oh yeah.
He.
And this will not be my only trip to Florida,
Absolutely not.
because I can guarantee that there will be more,
And eventually, I'll be out at San Diego
which would be cool.
and check out that zoo in SeaWorld, San Diego, and hopefully meet Miss Corky and Kasaka and Ulysses and the rest of the pod, and catch up with my old buddy Ike.
Yes, there you go. See, so there's plenty of adventures to come, and more episodes as well.
Oh, definitely.
Now, on to Species Highlights. Alright, now on to Species Highlights. Today's Species Highlights will not contain dolphins or sharks, because there are so many species, and we don't want to go through all the species, and no one specified. And the reason why we're not doing puffins, seals, is because we already highlighted those.
In previous episodes.
Yes. So, anyone who wants to highlight any species can send us species, anything that is also not SeaWorld related.
Or ocean related. We can do birds, like we can also do, land animals. I'm not saying we don't like SeaWorld animals, but we can do some other least known ones or less popular ones.
Yes.
Shoot, even pandas, y'all get excited.
Yes. So, today's species highlight is gonna be on mandrills and bat rays. So Sheldon, take it away.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Species Highlights, the part of the show where I explain to you about certain species, its relatives, and where they come from. Sit back and enjoy.
Good evening, and today we shall be discussing two very different species, the mandrill and the bat ray. Now, as some of you might know, there is one very famous mandrill. He's got a name, I totally forget his name. It's something very popular. He's in a very popular movie and also a very famous character. Well, what was his name? Yes, you in the green shirt right there. What's his name?
Rafiki.
Right. For those who don't know, Rafiki is a mandrill, not a baboon. Even though he looks like one, well, mandrills and baboons are close related cousins. However, the mandrill obviously has a rainbow face, and most baboons don't have very much coloration on them at all. On them at all, excuse me. Now, mandrills, for the males especially, the more dominant mandrill is, the more brightly colored their face and their rump is. And in a mandrill group that can contain 20 to nearly over 250 members in the troop. And this troop can be split into different harems of about 20 of a single male and his harem of females and their young. And mandrills are from Africa. In the dense forest, they're critically endangered, believe it or not, because of habitat destruction and poaching for their bushmeat. If you ever see a mandrill or any type of monkey species yawning at you, it's not because it's tired or relaxed, it's actually a threat display. By showing those big, large canines, a mandrill or baboon is saying, hey, look at these big teeth, you see these things? I can totally bite you with them. They're bigger than yours and I'm in charge here. These are my girls and my territory. And also, the mandrill is the largest monkey in the world and is the largest old world monkey in the world. And when I say old world monkey, I mean old world monkeys, they come from Africa and Asia. A new world monkey would come from South America. And most new world monkeys have prehensile tails, which means they can hold and grab things with their tails. And old world monkeys usually don't have prehensile tails. In the case of a mandrill, it's a very short and stumpy tail, not really used for much anyway. The mandrill, being the largest monkey, can weigh over 150 pounds in the males, and is very good at running and climbing. Eats a very varied diet of fruit, insects, and even small mammals if it can catch one or carry him. Now, onto the bat ray. Now, many of us love stingrays, like the stingray touch or the manta rays or the cow-nose rays you see at the touch pools at SeaWorld. But our bat ray friend doesn't get much fame or glory, you could say. The bat ray is a small to medium-sized ray, about 6 feet long and can weigh over 200 pounds when fully grown. They get their bat ray name from their dark coloration, wings, and their disc-like shape. You can see those at SeaWorld Orlando, by the way, at the touch pools over there. Am I correct, dear boy?
Yes.
That's right, at San Diego. Of course, Orlando doesn't have any. Now, yes, they do have stingers, which are found in the base of the tail, and they are very fast. But one interesting thing about these guys is what they eat. Clams, mullets, small fish, they crunch them up with that mouth underneath their ventral side. You can find these rays from as far north as Oregon to as far south as the Galapagos, and mostly around the Gulf of California. They swim in groups of about can be over 500 sometimes. But usually smaller groups are found. They can be in shallow or open water, depending on the situation. And they give birth to pups, about 2 to 12, range in length of about a foot to almost 2 feet long, and about 2 pounds. And they're all born tail first, kind of like killer whales. And once they're born, just like stingrays and sharks, they are independent from mommy. They don't need her to spy. Once they're born, they're on their own. Of course, they have predators, like the killer whale, which would be more than happy to snack on one. If you're an offshore type, I'm sure you like a good tasty ray every now and then. They also are prey from sharks and other large fish and sea lions. California sea lions will prey on them and play with them and also eat them. It happens, yes, your cute, playful little sea lion is a predator. They do eat. They are predators. And in most ray species, the females are gonna be bigger than the males. That's pretty much the rule for all sharks and rays. Yes, sir.
Just like I saw in the Devil Ray.
Right.
At SeaWorld Orlando.
As we saw, it was a devil rays, and you saw a leopard ray.
Yes.
Yes. And like I said, from a small little skate to a giant manta ray, the females tend to be bigger and heavier than the males. Same thing with sharks. The biggest sharks in the world are actually females, especially for whale sharks and great whites. But that's another species highlight day. And now, let's see if you can guess this species highlight fact. True or false? The lesser devil ray has a stinger. The answer coming up at the end of this episode. Thank you, and have a whale of a day. Goodbye.
And with that, we thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, or want to share your SeaWorld stories, you can call or text our number, 407-900-5309. Once again, the number is 407-900-5309. Or you can give us an email at SeaWorldSplashTeam@gmail.com. You can also give us that like on Facebook.com/SeaWorld Splash Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at SeaWorld Splash Podcast and on Instagram at SeaWorld Splash. Don't forget to check out our website, www.SeaWorldSplash.com, for more fun on the action and to check out past episodes. And if you want to give any suggestions for species highlights, please don't feel...
Don't be a burden.
Yes, please don't be a burden, and feel free to give us any suggestions.
And if you have any suggestions for species highlight or animals you want to highlight as species highlight, please let us know.
And then email at SeaWorldSplashTeam@gmail.com or by texting or calling our number 407-900-5309. And from all of us here on the SeaWorld Splash team, we thank you for joining us and hope you join us for the next amazing podcast to come. Splash you later.
Take care, guys. Oh, and did you guess the right answer to the question? A devil ray, true or false, can sting you. The answer is false. Devil rays and manta rays do not have a stinger at all. They rely on their size and speed to escape predators. Thank you. And have a whale of a day, guys. Take care.
Have a good night and splash you later. Remember, if you want to share any of your favorite SeaWorld stories or memories, please call or text the SeaWorld Splash Team 407-900-5309. Once again, that number is 407-900-5309. Or email us at SeaWorldSplashTeam@gmail.com. Thank you, and we'll splash you later.